What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today, we are going to be looking at my picks and predictions for the 2024-25 NFL playoffs. This should be a spicy video. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to start off here with the first round. Obviously, we see Kansas City and Detroit have the byes. We're going to look at each and every game. We're going to preview it. I could have this whole first round totally wrong, which could completely shake up the board for me. But yeah, let's get down to business and let's see what happens. So, our first game up. Oh my god. I got to learn to eat after these videos. But anyways, we have the Denver Broncos heading to the Buffalo Bills for our first game in the AFC, and I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Buffalo wins this game. I do really like Denver. I think they've got something really good going. I think they're going to have a good team for years to come, especially with Sean Payton coaching the team. I think they've got something really good building for 5-10 years to come, but I just don't see them getting past Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills, especially in Buffalo. That's a hard team to beat in Buffalo, man. Buffalo is a hard team to beat. Ravens, Steelers. I seen a thumbnail pop up on my YouTube recommended the other day. I didn't get to watch the video. It's all about how the Steelers settle for mediocrity. And I couldn't agree more. That is the most mediocre franchise in the NFL. Their last win was actually against my Browns. And I'm pretty sure that was their last win. That would have been like the beginning of December or something like that, or like right before Thanksgiving, something like that. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. Like, that is an awful record. Like, they were like 9-3 or something like that, and they ended the season like 10-7. Like, oh my god, Pittsburgh. Anyways, Chargers, Texans. I've picked the 2 high seeds so far. But in this game, I really do like the Chargers. I really do, man. I think Jim Harbaugh has got something cooking in LA. I really do. That AFC West is going to be a tough division for years to come. You got Herbert and the Chargers, Mahomes and the Chiefs, Bo Nix and the Broncos. The Raiders might actually figure it out at some point. Who knows? They just fired Antonio Pierce today as of recording this, but I like LA. Houston, in my opinion, is only really in the playoffs because of how bad their division is. They still finish with a pretty decent record, but when they play real teams like Baltimore and Detroit, you see what happens. If Jared Goff didn't throw 5 picks, the Houston Texans don't have a chance against Detroit. But moving on to the NFC, Green Bay at Philadelphia. I really would like to see Green Bay win this one. I really do, but against Philadelphia, man, I just don't think they stand a chance. Saquon has been playing amazing this season. They're getting Jalen Hurts back. You know, A.J. Brown's coming off a rest. Who else is coming off a rest? Devonta Smith. That Eagles defense is still nuts. Like, last year I knew they were going to get eliminated in the first round, but I don't see them I see him beating Green Bay here. I think Green Bay will keep it probably within a score or two. I think it's probably going to be like max a 10-point game. But I see the Philadelphia Eagles winning this one. Jordan Love's losing many of his receiving options as well, so that plays a role in this. We got the Commanders taking on the Buccaneers. That's a Sunday night game. That's actually going to be a really fun one in my opinion. I do like that game, but oh, man, here's the thing. So, this game's on Sunday night. Baker Mayfield has, if I'm not mistaken, only won 1 game on primetime. If I'm not mistaken. And I've bet on Baker in primetime a few times, and it's really come to bite me in the ass. Like, how do you lose to that Cowboys team on primetime? I'm taking the Washington Commanders. I was leaning towards Tampa Bay in the beginning. I really was. But then I thought about that, I'm like, And Baker has a tendency to lose to these really good rookie quarterbacks too, like Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud. Who else did he lose to in 2022? I think Not Bryce Young, because he wouldn't have been in the league in that point. But that 2022 draft class was not a very good draft class, to be honest. I'm trying to think of who else back in his Cleveland days, but I don't even know. But yeah, I just feel like Baker's got a tendency to losing the rookie quarterbacks and on prime time. I know it's in Tampa, but if any quarterback can pull off, well, if any young quarterback can pull off an upset, I believe it's Jayden Daniels and the Commanders. Now, Rams versus Vikings. I can't help but not look over what I seen last Sunday night when the Vikings played Detroit. See, the Vikings had a pretty soft schedule this year too. I can't deny that they did. There was only a few convincing wins, like the Green Bay wins were impressive. Those are two that really stick out to mind. The San Francisco win in the beginning of the season was really good, but like Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts against the Lions. And I think if any head coach can form up a great defensive game plan to stop the Minnesota Vikings, I believe it's the Los Angeles Rams. It may have been last season, but I'm pretty sure the Rams already beat the Vikings this season too. But that's what it looks like heading in the divisional. So make your picks, and we'll start off with the AFC. Alright, Chargers at Chiefs in the divisional round at Arrowhead. This would actually be pretty spicy in my opinion. This would definitely be a one-score game. If you remember to the Chargers-Chiefs game on Sunday Night Football earlier this year, the double doinking in, I'm pretty sure it was, or it was just a doink from the guy who helped fill in for Harrison Butker for a couple weeks. But oh my god, dude, why am I so tired, dude? Oh my god. But anyway, the Chargers and the Chiefs, I think this is a good little contest here. I really do. I mean, the Chiefs defense is in my opinion, what's given them the 1 seed this year. Facing a team like the Chargers, it's a tough game, man. It is a tough game. I think it probably comes down to a similar aspect to that Sunday Night Football game earlier in the year. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. It's going to be a tight one. But, oh my god, this one's even tighter. Buffalo versus Baltimore? Like, oh my god, dude, that is a tough game. That is a really, really tough game. If I was picking with my head, I would say the Buffalo Bills, because Josh Allen is so much of an X factor. But I can't deny the Baltimore Ravens, man. I mean, I may be biased considering I'm a Browns fan, but like that Baltimore Ravens team is just unreal. Like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers might be out for the playoffs, which sucks. I mean, they could upgrade the receiving core. But here's the thing, if the Bills are able to get their pass offense going, they got a real shot, because that Ravens secondary has not been good. They've given up so many passing yards this year. It's been the death of them. But I would take the Kansas... what am I talking about? I'm going to say, because of my gut feeling, I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens go into Buffalo and take down the Bills in the divisional. My god, the poor Bills, man. I actually start to feel so bad for them. Next up, we have Washington at Detroit in the NFC. I mean, Jayden Daniels has got some magic up his sleeve. But in my opinion, there's no physical way that he can go into Ford Field and beat that Lions team, especially off a break. Like, there's no way, in my opinion, the Commanders beat the Lions in this one. Just the way they're playing this year feels second to none. It really does. They are balling out on all cylinders. Even with a banged up defensive back line, they're still going out and demolishing teams on the offensive and defensive front every single week. Like, it's impressive to watch. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the 1-2 punch should be back of Sonic and Knuckles, Gibbs and Montgomery. Like, they've got a hell of a team in Detroit, man. They really do. And rounding it all off, we got the Rams at the Eagles. Man, I think Nick Sirianni's an idiot. It's kind of like Zach Taylor in Cincinnati, but there's too much talent on this Eagles offense and just this team in general for them to fail. I'm going to say Philadelphia gets one over the Rams. If Philly can lock up Kupp and Nakua, I think they're going to be set. I really do. I really do think they're going to be set. And yeah, just like you've seen what was it no, it was the Rams that Saquon had that 230-yard game against. Like the Eagles went into LA or like into SoFi earlier in the year and absolutely demolished them. I don't see the Rams doing that good in Philadelphia. So that's just my take on it. Conference championships. Oh boy. Alright, let's predict the conference championship and the Super Bowl. First up, you got a rematch of last year's AFC championship between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're just swapping stadiums this time. Difference is the Baltimore Ravens have Derrick Henry. That's the difference. Now, Baltimore did go to Kansas City at the very first week of the season and lost because Isaiah Likely's toe was out of bounds. Oh, man. Oh, I really want someone to beat these Chiefs. I just hope it isn't Baltimore. Hopefully it's Buffalo. I'd much rather see Buffalo at this point, but I just have a really good feeling the Ravens are going to win this. Can John Harbaugh work some magic again? Can Lamar take down Mahomes? Can the defense stop Pacheco, Hopkins, Kelsey, Brown? And the Chiefs got so many receiving options too. Hell, Juju's like their 5th receiver. Like, god damn. Oh my god, can Baltimore do it? Can Baltimore do it is the question. Oh my god, my gut's telling me they can. My gut is telling me they can. Screw it. The Baltimore Ravens are going to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. That's where they won their last Super Bowl. Why not? Why the hell not? And then going to the NFC side of things, Philadelphia versus Detroit, man. Nick Sirianni is not out-coaching Dan Campbell. I do not see that in my wildest dreams. I think Detroit's going to the Super Bowl this year. I really do. No one in this league is going to outwit this Lions team if they play smart. If they're not going for it on 4th and 10 at their own 20, the Lions are going to the Super Bowl. There's no one better in this NFC conference, in my opinion. There's no one better in the whole NFC than the Detroit Lions, and that is a crazy statement to make in itself. I really do think the Eagles have something special, but they got to hire a competent head coach, in my opinion. I mean, Nick Sirianni could go to the Super Bowl and make me look like an idiot. He could, well, he's been to the Super Bowl before. He just got out coached by Andy Reid and Mahomes. But talent can only take you so far. Hard work takes you everywhere. Well, hard work can take you anywhere, depending on how hard you work. And that is what I love about this Detroit Lions team. There's something so lovable about this Detroit team. And I tell you, if they won the Super Bowl, it might heal the country. It genuinely might heal the United States of America. Oh my god. But Super Bowl 59, New Orleans, Louisiana. You have the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl, in the Superdome. Oh. Why does my gut tell me the Ravens? Why does my gut feeling tell me it's going to be the Ravens? I can't take Baltimore on this one. I can't. Everything tells me Detroit's going to win this Super Bowl. I believe it. I believe it. I think the Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. Can Jared Goff finally get over the hurdle and coach or quarterback a team to the Super Bowl? Can Dan Campbell relive his gambling demons of the last year's NFC Championship? I think so. I think even if the Kansas City Chiefs were here, the Detroit Lions would still be the Super Bowl champions. I really do. I think there's no one stopping this Detroit team. Sorry, Baltimore. Sorry, Lamar Jackson. I just don't see anybody beating this Detroit Lions team. I really don't. And, I mean, look at that. Like, finishing the season 15-2, getting your first round bye. This team can out-tough, outwit, and outplay anybody on any given day. I really do believe that. Detroit is the scariest team in the NFL besides the Kansas City Chiefs. And even if the Chiefs were there, I think the Detroit Lions are the antidote to the Kansas City Chiefs. So, there you go. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions to win the Super Bowl and win Super Bowl 59. What the hell did I just say? Good God. Call me a lunatic. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I have got Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions going to Super Bowl 59 and taking home the Lombardi Trophy. What's wrong with me? I don't know. But I really like that Detroit team, man. I like their will. I like their heart. I like their mindset. I like the way they play. Everything about them, man, I really do admire and respect about these Detroit Lions. But guys, if you enjoyed this NFL playoff prediction video, make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment down below, tell me what you thought of this episode and why. Subscribe with those notifications turned on so you never miss a future video here on the channel. And if you just watch these NFL prediction videos, I will see you just before the Super Bowl to predict Super Bowl 59. Holy God, it's hard to believe we're getting so close already, but take care and peace.